Welcome, welcome, everybody. Great to see you here, and Happy New Year. It's so good to connect again and start the new year off with travel stories. Why not, right? That's what we're all about. So welcome to Explore with Robyn, and today we're going to be talking all about winter escapes, where to go where it's less crowded, and how to have fun and see new places and meet new people and lots of fun activities. So we're going to take a look at Croatia, Montenegro, and wildlife in Africa. Happy New Year, Valerie. It's good to see you too. Now, I'm going to share with you some special places I was just at over Christmas and the holidays, and I would love to know, even if you're watching the replay, tell me, where did you spend your holidays? I would love to know. I jetted off to Croatia. I had heard all about the Christmas markets, especially in Zagreb, and I was fortunate to be invited to check it out, and I had an amazing time. I'm going to be sharing with you some of the highlights, some hidden gems, and why you should put Zagreb, Croatia on your Christmas market list for next year. So if you haven't hit the subscribe button and you like to know more about travel tips and places to go and some inspiration, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the bell, and you'll be notified when I have a new video out. Alrighty, so let's take a look at charming Croatia. Oh, and by the way, I do have a special guest that's going to be joining us in a little bit, all about African safaris. So if you have that on your bucket list, you're not going to want to miss this. So she'll be joining us in just a little bit. Now, let's go through Croatia. Mary Lou, no, you didn't miss it. Hello, hello. We had a little technical glitch in the beginning, but now we're doing the stream. So good to see you there. What you're looking at right here is a picture of the beautiful Esplanade Hotel in Zagreb where I stayed. And the hotel is turning 100 years old in April this year. So it is a fabulous resort, and the Christmas markets were right outside of the window where I was staying. So it was incredible. What a nice experience. And to the top right is one of the beautiful buildings in Zagreb, and that is the National Theater. I was fortunate to see the opera, Johann Strauss Jr., The Bat. And even though I was looking up at the subtitles, I managed to put it together and figure it out, and it was an amazing show. So a question that I get often is, what about the language? Well, a lot of people in Europe do speak English. We're a little bit spoiled that way. And it's not so easy for me to speak in Croatian or in Montenegro language, but yes, it's a challenge, but they all speak English, and so it's easy when you go there. And on the bottom right, I flew for the first time on Croatia Airlines, which, by the way, connects you all through Europe. And it was a great experience for me. I had arrived from Newark to Amsterdam. Unfortunately, United lost my luggage in Amsterdam for almost 2 days in the freezing cold weather. So I hopped on over to Croatia on Croatia Airlines, which was a breeze. So here's a tip for you. Definitely take a spare set of clothing when you travel, even if you're going in winter. I was trying to pack light, and I still had a lot to wear because of the cold weather. But I had an extra pair of clothing that took me through the second day. So definitely take an extra pair of clothes. And I did a really cute interview with the Croatian Airlines head of sales. So you can learn more on my YouTube channel. Check it out. It tells you where they go, how they fly, some of the new aircraft that's coming out, and I especially love the local treats that they serve you on board. It's good, plain food, airplane food. All right, let me take a look at some of the comments here. Sherry, hello. Hello. Yes, what a beautiful place. And Happy New Year to you as well. Again, if you're just joining us, even on the replay, go ahead and feel free to comment and tell me, where are you watching from? Hello, Valerie. Happy New Year to you. I am right now today broadcasting from sunny Sarasota, Florida. And I know some of you are in LA. Yes. All righty. So coming back to Croatia here, here's some fun stories I wanted to share. In the center, there is the Museum of Broken Relationships. That's a real thing. And let me tell you a quick story that started with a couple that was madly in love. Sadly, they broke up. Some of us, most of us know how that can be. And they didn't know what to do with some of their things they had personal attachments to. So they created this idea to have a museum and donate these items that no longer serve them. And then they have little stories that go along with the items. So they did the first globally sourced, crowdsourced museum, and it's now a permanent display in Zagreb. So yes, the Museum of Broken Relationships is kind of a bittersweet experience, but I recommend it for sure. Then on the top right, you'll see a really cute picture of, it looks like her mom and her child who's looking into their cell phone. Obviously, she just took a picture, and that's in the Christmas market in Zagreb. It's beautiful, it's festive. I would call the Zagreb, which is the capital of Croatia, it's kind of like a big little city where they have everything, including ice skating. They even put a beautiful ice skating rink there for the holidays. So super festive. And as far as the hotel I stayed at, as I mentioned, it's the Esplanade. It's a gorgeous hotel, pretty close to the famous train station. For those of you that know Orient Express, it is said that Agatha Christie got inspired when she took the train from Vienna through Zagreb to Istanbul, and the train station happens to be right nearby. And then on the bottom right, at the Esplanade Hotel, they set up the Christmas market there. So they have the local chefs, celebrated chefs, serving you fresh food. I had what did I have? Hot gin and something drink that was delicious. And the top right, there's the market. So you get fresh vegetables, fresh fruit, even in the winter, and no crowds. So then I dashed off to Dubrovnik, which I have never been to before. And for those of you are familiar with Dubrovnik, what famous show was filmed there? There's a lot of people that actually go to Dubrovnik just to see that. All right, so if you know what it is, put it in the comments. I'm going to tell you in a minute, but you probably do. And Dubrovnik was a real treat. It was just not even an hour flight on Croatia Airlines. We did a cooking class that's in the center there. I was making apple strudel and some of the local dishes, including peka, which is made, we cooked lamb, veal, and potatoes under this iron bell and cooked it on hot coals, and it is fantastic. So there's plenty to experience in the culinary world in Dubrovnik. And on the top right, that's actually my snacks that were served on the airplane, and they're local treats, pumpkin crackers, and that's smoked salami. So if you're a cheese lover, smoked a beef, salami, anything fresh, it's fantastic. So I can't say enough about that. Cherie grew up in Tampa, very familiar with Sarasota. All righty. Yes. Oh, that's where I am today. And next week I'll be in cold New York City at a travel event, telling you more about what's happening in the industry. So this is a brief highlight tour of spending Christmas and the holidays in Croatia. And then I did also go to Montenegro, which I'm going to save for another video because there was so much to see and explore that I want to share with you, including visiting a 400-year-old home, a family home, tasting their fresh olive oil, seeing a 2,000-year-old olive tree, and again, just seeing the beautiful historic buildings. And I'll be sharing a lot more about Montenegro on the next one. Now, for now, it is my great pleasure to introduce my guest who's going to tell you all about Africa and safaris. And here she is, drum roll, Greta Meshki. Hello, Greta.
Hi, Robyn. Happy New Year. Thanks you so much for having me.
You're so welcome. Look at this. We did not plan this, but we're still in red and green. I thought that was pretty funny.
And I got my little giraffe on, my
Yes, she
cheetah.
does. She is ready to share with you the best of Africa. So, a little bit about Greta. She is a luxury travel advisor and she specializes in adventure travel and specifically African safaris. And so, she's going to be sharing where she just went for 3 weeks. And what an amazing trip. So, she's going to share some packing tips. She's going to share where to go, how long to stay, talk about the weather, and what's a day like on a safari. So, let's get right into that.
All
What
right.
prompted you to put Africa on your bucket list?
Well, let me tell you, I love Africa and I could spend hours talking about it, so I'll try to keep it brief. But Africa is a bucket list destination, but I'll tell you what, it has a way of capturing your heart that will make you want to come back time and again. And as a travel advisor, it was really important for me to find a company, a local company in Africa to work with. And I found the best one, and who else but someone local who lives and breathes Africa. So, someone I can trust that will take care of my luxurious clients and give them the best experience of their life. So I've been to 8 countries now in Africa. This time, 3 glorious weeks. I got to go to South Africa, Botswana, Zambia, and Zimbabwe. And I chose these places, one, because I haven't been there. But as you can see in this picture, the penguins on Boulder Beach is what prompted me to go to South Africa, Cape Town especially. And these are an African colony specifically on Boulder's Beach. And I know, Robyn, you have seen these African penguins.
I have. I actually went on my 86-year-old aunt at the time wanted to, this was her dream trip. So I put together a family trip for 7 of us. I helped with the planning of that. And yes, we love the penguins. They look like they're skiing down the snow, even though
Oh,
it's
no.
not quite snow, but yes.
Yes, they're in their little tuxedos waddling along. They're so cute. But Cape Town has so much to offer as well. Besides the penguins, we did a full peninsula tour, a full day in Cape Town, which offers so much history from apartheid to Nelson Mandela. And also the famous iconic Table Mountain, where you get to take a cable car ride up to the top and then have beautiful just breathtaking scenes of Cape Town below. And also the wine region. If you're a wine lover, Stellenbosch and Franschhoek have amazing wines and beautiful, breathtaking scenery as well. And it's only about an hour's drive outside of Cape Town, so it's easily reached. You can spend 1 or 2 nights there. And it's also the home of Pinotage wine, which is a unique varietal to South Africa, and it's mighty tasty, I must say. But we also then spent 8 nights in Botswana, which Botswana has been on my bucket list forever. And it is a wonderful place to go for safari because it has a diverse, unique landscape from desert to the famous Okavango Delta, which offers you river safaris as well as land safaris. You can even do a walking safari, which was fun. I had not done that before. And it has a zebra migration also, and the Chobe Riverfront, which offers the largest elephant concentration in the world. So it was an incredible sight to see all these elephants by the riverfront. It was just so amazing. And then the last stops on the trip were Zambia and Zimbabwe for famous Victoria Falls, one of the largest waterfalls in the world. And if you're a brave enough soul, which I was, you can, depending on what time of year, you can live on the edge and actually get in the falls it's called Devil's Pool or Angel's Pool. And you're literally sitting on the edge of the waterfall looking at double rainbows. And if you're brave enough, they can hang onto your legs and you're looking off the edge. It's
Gosh, living
incredible,
on the edge.
amazing experience.
Living on the edge, living on the
So
ledge. Yes.
living on the ledge, exactly.
I love
So
it. You're making Cherie
that
hungry, she says in the comments, talking about the wine. Yes. And she's got to hurry up and get to happy hour. Yeah, I hear you, Cherie.
yes. So as you can
We're
see in
supposed to
this
talk about
picture,
happy hour in Africa. Yeah.
yeah. So let me just start a typical day on safari. It can be as busy as you want. You can take part in everything or whatever you want, but it starts with an early morning rise for coffee and breakfast. Then you do your morning game drive. And then you come back for lunch and a 2 hour siesta, which you can nap, take a dive in the pool, whatever you fancy. And then you have tea time. And then you go on your evening game drive. And as you can see in this picture, you always end at sunset with, and who doesn't like happy hour? So in Africa, on your safari, it's called a sundowner. And you can have so many different ways of setup. As you can see in this, it was in the wide open plains. We've had a river set up. We had set up on the back of the, or in the front of the Jeep they have a ledge that they can set up your happy hour. But let me also tell you, does anyone know what the famous sundowner happy hour drink of Africa is?
Uh, well, I might have an idea, and I think we shared a similar ingredient in Zagreb.
Probably. Well, it's actually a gin and tonic. And the gin and tonic was actually brought when British colonized there, and it was actually more of a practical necessity because, well, gin was a favorite drink, but tonic water actually had quinine. So it was a treatment known as a treatment for malaria. So it really wasn't, it was more of a medical necessity than a social activity, but now it's a social activity.
That's
So
really interesting. Yes. Yeah.
yes, so that's always the fun part, to end your evening game drive, and then you always end back at camp with a lovely glass of wine, and then a community dinner where you get to intermingle with all the friends and family around that you've met throughout the day, and the staff intermingle with you. So it's just a beautiful experience.
All righty. And Valerie says, I travel a lot, but I've never been on a safari. Well, we can make that change for you.
Oh,
Yes. And you also got to see what's known as the Big Five. And you
yeah.
have a nice little 1 minute video for us to share. So come on, guys. We're going to go on a safari and look at the Big Five. Check this out.
Well, number one, rhinoceros. What a majestic creature. Elephants. Look at that beautiful rhino. Lions.
Amazing.
More lions, the female lion and cubs.
Beautiful. Great pictures. Imagine being close up.
And the leopard. I finally got to see the leopard.
Wow. These are amazing.
That made my big five.
Love the lions. Yes. Look at that.
Yes, they're just beautiful.
These are your pictures. Incredible.
Yes, taken with my iPhone. Can you believe it?
Wow.
Incredible. And finally, the African buffalo to make the big five. And of course, besides all of these beautiful creatures, you see giraffes and monkeys and zebras and baboons and hippos. There's so many amazing wildlife to see, and you never get tired. Something different around every corner. Very good question.
How close were you? Yes.
Pretty close, honestly. And, there's a difference between, you get the best of both worlds from visiting national parks and private reserves. And this was something new to learn as a travel advisor too, and going on safari. But when you're in a private game reserve, you can actually go off road. So you can really get a lot closer to these beautiful wildlife.
Yes, it was amazing to have the giraffes walk like right into our sunset during happy hour. And,
yes.
Yeah, that is fantastic. Beautiful pictures. Now, I do believe that you might have another animal that you want to share with us. Aside from the Big Five, is she going to come and surprise us?
Well, let me see. I might be back. Hold on one second.
Okie dokie. Whoop, she's going to get her. In the meantime, what did you think of that, everybody? You ready to go? I sure am. Well, I haven't been as many places as Greta. Here she comes. Look at this. This is
Oh, look at
Lily.
my
Meet
little
Lily. She's making her
puppy.
debut.
Oh, this is Lily. Oh,
uh,
she's so
she's
sweet.
adorable. How old is she and what kind of pup is she?
Oh, she's just waking up. She is, yesterday she was 3 months old. So she is a doll. She's teething. So she's wanting to bite everything in sight right now. But
There she is. Drum roll. That's for Lily.
yay, Lily.
Well, that is fantastic. Now, I'm just going to have a couple more pictures here to share with you on this beautiful adventure. Tell us where you were there, Greta.
We were in the Okavango Delta. This was a lovely special experience set up for us right in the river. As you can see, we're enjoying our sundowner. We got a couple other special experiences surprise to us. Besides this one, we got a scenic helicopter tour over the Delta as well, where they actually take the doors off the helicopter and fly low, so you get to see up close and personal the aerial view of the landscape and the animals. And we also got a surprise helicopter tour in Cape Town, which allows for breathtaking views of that beautiful city as well.
I love Cape Town. Cape Town is absolutely gorgeous. So, yes, put
It
that on your
is.
list. We were so lucky to get there, too. Good
Yes.
question from Valerie wants to know, tell us about the weather. Was it amazing? And the time of year you went? Yes.
So we went in November, and that is, you can think of opposite seasons. So it was more summer coming into the rainy season. And really, depending on what country you go to, you can almost go year round, depending if you want more warm weather or more chilly weather. You can go and bundle up in your little hat and mittens if you want, or you can go with, your tank top and short sleeves. It depends on what you want. But different wildlife really come out at different times of year too. So that's what I'm here for as your trusted travel advisor, to let you know when the best time for you to go is.
Yes, absolutely. So there you have it. Nothing like having a specialist in the region. And it takes a lot of work and a lot of planning and a lot of scouting to find these special hidden gems and wonderful trips that we share with our audience, for sure. There's nothing like doing it firsthand and experiencing it, because then you can really share the insider secrets that you learn on the way and make it a lot easier for your clients. Yeah.
That is so true.
Well, let me start to wrap up here. Just in summary, we talked about the weather, we talked about where you would go, and what you would pack, what not to pack. Any other packing tips that you would suggest for the safari?
Oh, yes. Packing is an art form for any trip, but especially safari. And depending on when you go or where you go, also what you pack is important. Believe you me, if I can pack in a duffel bag and a backpack for 3 weeks, anybody can do it.
Oh my.
But the nice thing about safari is that the camps or the lodges actually will launder your services overnight. So you can pack light, and it's important to pack light because some of the times you're taking a tiny bush plane in, and you are really restricted on what your luggage is and how much it weighs. So that is kind of important. But I'll tell you, my number one tip is pack light and use packing cubes.
Yeah.
The
Packing
best
cubes. Oh
thing
my gosh.
ever.
Yes.
Yes.
I've got another comment from, hello, My Crafty Adventures. It's good to see you. She has an awesome channel, by the way, for those of you that are into crafting. Incredible. But yes, when it comes to packing, especially when you lose your luggage, I can tell you firsthand it from just having experienced that in winter in Croatia. You manage and you go on. It's the Esplanade Hotel was so sweet. They were doing laundry services for me. My clothes never looked better. and And it didn't stop me at all. And you realize, do I really need to pack that much? So pack less. That's what I would say. Also with
Yes.
the packing tips. All righty. Well, if there aren't any more comments or anything else that you want to add for the Africa safaris?
I just can say that Africa is one of the best places in the world, and it really will capture your heart and leave a lasting impact on you. So please don't wait. Make this a trip that you want to do today. It is bucket list, but like I said, you will want to go back again and again once you go. Really, from the landscape to the wildlife, but really the people and the relationships that I make there is what keeps me coming back again and again.
Well, it is an amazing experience. So I would encourage you, anyone that's interested in thinking about it, Greta has graciously offered a very special offer for my viewers here, and she's going to tell you about that.
Yes, so please reach out today and send me your contact information for a $250 credit on your next booked African safari with me. I would love to book it and lead you into this magical, wonderful experience.
And I did put the link below in the description. I will add it to this, make sure that it's in this updated video description as well. Yes. And that's where you can get a hold of Greta, ask any questions you have. If you want to go to the Balkans, if you want to explore Croatia, Montenegro, Europe, get a hold of me and I will steer you in the right direction for sure. But it's great to have you all here. Thank you so much for watching. And I appreciate that you're here. You take an interest. Keep exploring more. And we will see you on the next video. Thank you all. Thank you,
Thank
Greta.
you. Bye,
Take care
Robyn. Thank
now.
you.
Bye.